Each year, tens of thousands of couples seek marital therapy hoping that that will be the key to saving their marriage. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. In fact, often marital therapy can actually undo the progress that you might be making and may actually cause you to move closer to divorce rather than away from divorce. And I want to talk with you about why that's the case and what you can do to get around that. So join me with some of this information that I can share with you. I want to talk to you about why marriage therapy can be dangerous to your marriage and what the experts don't want you to know. Each year, tens of thousands of couples seek marriage counseling hoping to save their marriage. Most will find it unhelpful. Many will find it hurtful. And a few, very few, will benefit. In fact, half will still divorce. Here are the statistics, and I want to go into a little more detail about this so you know what you're getting into. Of the couples attending therapy, one half will end up divorced. Now that's no different than the general population. In other words, the people who go to experts, even with the experts' help, one half, at least one half, will end up divorced. And 75% will have no measurable change in their relationship. In fact, only 10 to 15% report any positive change. Now imagine a doctor saying to you, you need this procedure and there are some risks. There's a 50% probability that you will die, and if you survive, there's only a 10 to 15% chance that your condition will improve, and it could make your condition worse. I'd ask you, would you sign up? Now here's the problem, because I want you to know what's behind this. You see, most marriage therapists are actually trained in individual therapy model. They are trained to work with individuals, not with couples. Their goal is the happiness and the life satisfaction of the individual, not the couple. Many don't even have any training in marital therapy, not even one class. And most want to be helpful, but they don't know how to be helpful. For those that are trained in marital therapy work, they come from the standpoint that the problem is communication. And I will tell you that is not the issue. Communication is rarely the central issue. It could be a side issue, but it's rarely the central issue. And most marital therapy training programs put communication as the central issue. Few people have really a communication problem. Now, you probably talk with your spouse every day, and you have you have an understanding of each other. You understand what the other person is saying, so communication is not the issue. Learning communication skills only makes you better at fighting, not at getting out of the fight. I want you to know, though, that all is not lost. There are good therapists out there. And a quick assessment, one way you can find out if you have a therapist who knows what they're doing with marital therapy is to ask the question, who is your client? If they give you any other answer than a variation on your relationship as a client, it's time to move on. The reason is, anytime they have to choose one or the other of you, or they're confused about your question, they are not clear about the fact that their client is the marriage. Good therapists are out there, but only if they can answer that the issue when you're bringing in a relationship is the relationship. There are also approaches that can help that get to the real issue. The real issue is this: the perceptions of each other that are built on years and years of hurts and pains, and not creating a sense of connection, a sense of being a team, of being a we. There are alternatives, and these alternatives don't make your spouse defensive and resistant. If you try to drag your spouse into therapy and they don't want to go, all you're going to do is create more difficulty in repairing the relationship. There are also alternatives that make lasting changes to your relationship, and there are alternatives that can help you save your marriage. Now here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to look below and find the one statement which best describes your problem and click on its link so you can get the specific help you need based on your unique situation.